The culvert burning has been going great. When I see people cutting trees down in their yard, I just invite them to dump it where I had been burning, so I don't even have to go get any wood. They just drop it off for me. I go in and cut it up with a chainsaw and with loppers before I burn. If it's green, then it'll have to be seasons before you burn it. But it's been going very well. I've been making about 120 to 160 gallons of char in uh, about 3 hours of work. So, and it's good quality char if you pay attention to what you're doing. Okay, so I want to show you a few things that I learned in the process of using this culvert. It's a 4 foot diameter culvert and it's 4 feet tall. And I paid $163 for it. And it's really working great. It's an imitation of Kelpie Wilson's Pacific Ring of Fire, I think she calls it. Anyway, so that culvert sitting here on the ground, the first thing you should know is to pile dirt all the way around it, right? And seal it here so that so no air can get in the crack between the culvert and the earth. Then build your fire with the biggest stuff on the bottom. I try to limit it to 3 inch in diameter and go up from there. Then put a bunch of paper in and some twigs on top of it. Light the paper, the twigs will light and then fall down and everything will catch from the top and burn from the top down. That way there'll be no oxygen getting to the wood that's burning underneath. So it's anyway, when that all gets down so that all the stuff on the bottom is burning is when you start throwing stuff in. And again, you probably want to throw your biggest stuff in first. So, I probably am kind of a boutique biochar maker. I do a lot more work than is required, so I pre-cut. I'm using urban tree waste. So I take loppers and trim off all the smaller branches and twigs, and then with a chainsaw I cut things up ahead of time because I'm working by myself. So that helps me a lot because once you get this going, it can be fairly frantic and hard work for several hours. So you've got this culvert, it's sitting on the earth, and you can have a light breeze blowing. And so I've been trying to burn early in the morning before any wind picks up. But still, if you have a 2 or 3 mile an hour breeze coming by, that wind it's not even a wind, a light breeze is going to catch the edge of the culvert is going to catch it and it'll come down into here. So that means when you have the fire down in here, this is going to be served oxygen. So you're going to have to keep an eye on it and put most of your branches on the downwind side. To help do that, looking down in plan view, if you've got the wind coming this way and you've got the hot side of the fire is over here, you want to put as much there as you can. So if this is 4 foot in diameter and you're cutting things at like 40 inches, then they're going to drop in like this, and they can't go over into the area you need. So you're going to have some shorts, so the shorts can go in here as needed to fill that area where it's hot, because this area is going to have the wind is going to come like this, right? So this area will have no oxygen, and this is where you're going to have to be putting all the wood. And you're going to have to peek over. The culvert's sitting here. You're taller than 4 feet, right? So you're going to have to peek over and look in to see what's going on. And these, you know, if the breeze is coming this way, the air is circulating this way, flames are going to be coming up. So be careful. Come and look from the safe side and keep your distance, and don't wear any synthetic clothes. I recommend wearing a wool hat, so it's good to do this in cold weather, but not too cold, because you also, for safety, you should have a water hose available for safety, for fire safety. If it's too cold for that, then you can have several 5-gallon buckets on hand. But long sleeve shirt and gloves with gauntlets on them to cover your wrist, and because sometimes reaching in, your sleeve will hike up your arm and expose a few inches of your wrist, and all the hair will get burned off of your wrist, which is no big deal, but you want to take all the precautions you can not to get burned or singed. I've had wearing a wool hat, I've had my eyebrows and my eyelashes singed from a flame coming up in my face. So you have to be really careful. Have water on hand. No smoke. I did another successful burn in the culvert. I got a ladder so I can make it easier to get in and out of this. So I'll get in there. The dirt is to make it an airtight seal. So I'll get in there and scrape all that dirt out with that dustpan. And then just tilt the thing over. So you can see I got about, what is that? I would say 20 inches of char in there. That took about a couple hours to burn. I took the lid off, and there's the char. Looks good, and it's cool. It's been 48 hours, and it's been snowing and raining, so let's see if I can. It's all cool. So I have the hose there ready to go in case there's any hot spots. When it gets oxygen, it'll want to ignite, but so far so good. This is all breaking down good. So I'd say it's pretty damn successful. Look at that. The big stuff just breaks apart. All right.